Life is a big school. We all have to learn.
Once upon a time, in the realm of the gods and goddesses of ancient Greece, there lived a titan named Prometheus. Prometheus was known for his wit and intelligence, and he was considered to be the patron of humankind. One day, Zeus, the king of the gods, called upon Prometheus and said,
Prometheus, I have a task for you. I want you to create life on earth and bring forth beings who will worship and adore us, the gods and goddesses.
I will do as you command, my lord. But may I ask, what materials should I use to create these beings?
Use the clay from the earth and shape it as you see fit.
And so, Prometheus set to work. He traveled to the farthest reaches of the earth, searching for the perfect clay. He finally found it in a remote valley surrounded by towering mountains. The clay was a rich reddish-brown color and felt smooth and malleable in his hands. Prometheus began molding and shaping the clay, carefully forming the first humans. He worked tirelessly, perfecting every detail, from the shape of their eyes to the curve of their lips. He made sure that each human was unique, with their own personality, strengths, and weaknesses. When the humans were finally complete, Prometheus stood back to admire his work. He felt a sense of pride, knowing that he had created something truly special. But Prometheus was not satisfied. He wanted to make sure that these beings had the ability to survive and thrive in the world. So, he decided to give them fire. Prometheus knew that fire was a sacred treasure on the Mount Olympus. He also knew that Zeus would never allow him to give the humans fire, so he decided to steal it. One night, while the gods and goddesses were sleeping, Prometheus crept into their kingdom and stole a flame from the hearth of Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods. He then carried the flame down to earth and gave it to the humans as a gift. When Zeus discovered what Prometheus had done, he was furious. He summoned Prometheus and said,
How dare you steal fire from the gods and give it to the humans? You have crossed the line and must be punished.
And so, Zeus had Prometheus bound to a rock and had an eagle come each day to tear out his liver as punishment. Years went by, and Prometheus remained bound to the rock, enduring the cruel punishment inflicted upon him by Zeus. But despite his suffering, he remained loyal to humankind. He knew that the gift of fire would allow them to create and achieve great things. As time passed, the humans thrived and prospered, using the gift of fire to cook their food, warm their homes, and light their way in the dark. They used it to create tools and weapons, to forge metals and build towering structures. And they never forgot the story of Prometheus, the titan who gave them the gift of fire and helped them to survive and thrive in the world. They told his story to their children and their children's children, ensuring that it would be remembered for generations to come. One day, a young man named Hercules came to visit Prometheus. Hercules was a demigod, the son of Zeus and a mortal woman, and he was known for his great strength and bravery. He approached Prometheus and said,
Greetings, Prometheus. I have come to set you free from your punishment.
Prometheus looked up at Hercules with surprise and said,
Why would you risk your own safety to free me? I am born here, punished by Zeus for my crimes. I have heard of your bravery and your loyalty to humankind. I admire those qualities, and I am willing to do what it takes to set you free.
And so, Hercules set out to complete the 12 labors assigned to him by Eurystheus, the king of Tiryns. With each labor he accomplished, he grew stronger and more determined to free Prometheus. Finally, after completing the 12th labor, Hercules returned to the rock where Prometheus was bound and said,
It is time, Prometheus. I have fulfilled my labors, and I am now strong enough to free you.
Hercules used all of his strength to break the chains that bound Prometheus, and with a mighty heave, he lifted the Titan from the rock and set him free.
Thank you, young hero. I am forever in your debt. There is no debt between us, Prometheus. I did what I did because it was the right thing to do. Now, go and be with the humans you helped to create. They will welcome you as a hero, and your story will continue to inspire generations to come.
And so, Prometheus returned to Earth, where he was greeted by the humans with open arms. He continued to be a mentor and a guide to them, helping them to survive and thrive in the world. And his story of bravery, loyalty, and the gift of fire has been passed down through the ages, inspiring people to this day. After his release, Prometheus went to Mount Olympus to face Zeus and explain his actions. When he arrived, he stood before the king of the gods and said,
"My lord, I come to you today to defend my actions. You see, when I created the humans, I saw they struggled to survive in the cold and dark world. They had no means to keep warm, to cook their food, or to see at night. And so, I stole fire from your hearth and gave it to the humans as a gift, so that they could have a chance at a better life."
Zeus was furious, but Prometheus was resolute in his stance.
"I understand that I have broken the rules, but I did what I did for the greater good. The humans are your creation too, my lord. They deserve to have a chance at happiness and prosperity, just like the gods do."
Zeus listened to Prometheus's words and considered his argument. He knew that the Titan was right, and that the humans needed fire to survive. And so, after much thought, Zeus spoke.
Prometheus, I cannot undo what has been done, but I will not punish you further for your actions. You have shown bravery and loyalty, qualities that are admirable. I am willing to give you a second chance, and I hope that, in the future, you will use your powers for good, not just for the humans, but for all of my creations.
And so, Prometheus was forgiven by Zeus and was free to return to the humans, where he continued to be a mentor and guide. And his story of bravery and the gift of fire continues to inspire people to this day, reminding us all of the importance of standing up for what is right, even when it comes at a great cost.